welcome. Boy, it's been quite a night tonight.
What an awesome show. I mean, Aaron like kicking it off with some sweet tunes, that bittersweet voice, and Cohen with all those loop pedals. I mean, it's thrilled to be sharing the stage here, and I've got my my helicopter headset on too, so I'm like ready to go in, right? Have some fun here.
And I can hear you. I think you actually do have original sound on, don't you?
I've got, yeah, I mean, if you mean that I have it off, I've got on.
It says turn off original sound, right?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
So
So
I got it on.
that's perfect.
Not confuse the audience.
That's no, you're right. You're right. That's for sound check. So, what are you doing for us? By the way, I just wanted to say that Cort lives like a block away from me, which is not Halifax at all. So we're like spanning. Well, this is a good like prairie, East Coast set. We understand that BC is there, but it's on the other side of the mountains. It's kind of just an idea for us here. It's not really a place. So I'm just really happy that we're representing at least 2/3 of the nation here tonight. So.
Oh yeah, we're going coast
Oh,
to coast. No, well not coast to mountains.
okay, I just got a note from Iron. He goes, Keith, you didn't ask anybody else bagpipes for the accordion. I certainly didn't want to tax Cohen with that question. He had too much going on. And I'll just make it quick with you, Cort. You know what the answer is, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Accordion versus bagpipes? Accordion, right? Accordion, right?
Well, it was Scottish background.
Don't you think? But it's accordion,
Bagpipes.
right?
Bagpipes.
Like you're thinking maybe accordion, probably.
Amazing Grace.
Okay, it's the wrong crowd for me tonight, but
But the accordion's it's got some kill in the Zydeco, New
yeah,
Orleans.
too little.
Zydeco.
Yeah, forget it. Too little, too late, buddy.
Too little.
So
Sweet.
sing for us.
All right. Well, you know what? It's great timing because about a year ago I was doing performances each night. It was the shortest concert ever. It was a one-song concert every night at about 8 o'clock. So it's 8 o'clock now. We're going overtime.
Yeah, I know.
But
That's me.
stick around. Keith likes to talk. It's okay. They're
Sorry.
doing great. Great songs coming. So I got my balcony door open. So just reliving old times. Maybe we'll conjure up a crowd out there. So, but this first song, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna because we're playing at home. I just want to. It's so cool because I can look around my house and pull things into the show that you couldn't do it live. So what I'm showing you here, this is called a bombilla. And it comes from Argentina, and it's got a metal straw in there. And they pack this thing full of what's called mate, and like just right full, and then they carry around these thermoses. And they'll go, and what the Argentinians do is they'll gather up a crowd, strangers, and they'll just sit down, and it'll be mate time, and they'll start pouring a mate, and they'll each take a sip and pour the water and the mate and the bombilla around. And it's a really community thing. Like, I mean, you wouldn't imagine doing that right now, but like you sit around and you share a tea with everybody, that maybe you've just met for the first time. It's a very social thing.
Well,
And
let's share a
it's,
little sociables.
it's to cheers to Keith, what you're doing here,
No, to you
creating
guys. It's the musicians.
this thing. So it's right to Iron Wine.
It's all for the music, friends.
Iron Wild and Cohen, so. But here, I guess a segue to that, I did a lot of traveling when I was younger, and Iron's doing a lot of traveling, and I met a lot of people who do a lot of traveling, and so this song goes out to them, those transients in the world, keeping the big dreams alive. This is called Wide-Eyed Dreamer. Hey there, you wide-eyed dreamers, under the starry skies, wandering around the world, quiet like a satellite, way out from where you are, and all of the places you've been. What can can that wild mind of yours tell me? Imagine where you'll find pain. Imagine that's where you'll find healing. And all the tears and all the lies, whatever you done wrong this time builds love. Builds the love. It builds the love that will house your life. Ba-bo, ba-da-ba-da-da-da-do. Hey, you wide-eyed dreamers under the starry skies, wandering around this world, quiet like a satellite. You're restless like a comet, a gypsy with a bag of rings. What can that wild mind of yours tell me? Imagine where you find pain. Imagine it's where you'll find healing. Imagine where you'll find pain. Imagine that's where you'll find healing.
Beautiful. When did you write that, Cort?
I wrote that. That's been a while ago now. I'm unlike these two. I don't know. I'm gonna say young bucks. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're loud.
No, young bucks. These whippersnappers. You guys. No, I'm not that old. Yeah, come on now. Yeah, that one was written a while ago. I was out at. I did a residency out at the Banff Center a few years ago, and I wrote that song out there.
That is
And
such a special place, and you get to meet other musicians and other artists. It's just a magical place, isn't it?
it's just a melting pot of all things creative, ideas, inspiration, connections. It's the synapses of the collective mind are really firing out there.
Did you get one of those little tiny cabins that they have?
You know,
Like
I
for
was I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah.
I was in a main center there, but I did get my own big space, huge room. I got a guitar, I got an amplifier they set me up with. We go in there, just crank it to 10, turn everything up, and just let her rip and have a good time and meet,
Nice.
there was people from Ireland doing like ancient Celtic tunes. There were people from New York there. There was a guy from Israel who was doing contemporary piano. It was amazing. So it was a wonderful
Wonderful.
experience. And one thing that we would do every night, we would the guy from Israel, he loved fires, and so the place where we were staying in, we all stayed in the same unit. We shared rooms even, so it was really an intimate setting at night. And I had to get a lot of earplugs because my roommate snored quite. It wasn't me, swear to God, it was my roommate. But anyways, we would create a fire every night, and we'd all just pile into the old fire room. This big hearth of heat would be pumping out, and that's something that I really think about. And we really shared a lot of time around that fire. So, um, you know, so that's my time at the BAM Center. This song
Nice.
I also wrote out there as well. So, Maybe the old man in the song is sitting by the fire. Who knows? But here we go. This song's called "Old Man in a Chair." He's just an old man in a chair, like a sheet on the line that was left outside. But no one's home to bring it in. The garden's all overgrown and an empty room fills the window. But then he crosses his legs again. With his eyes he leans in. He says, "What you doing with your time? What's the matter, can't you decide?" He's just an old man in a chair, like a sheet on the line that was left outside. Oh, but no one's home to bring 'em in. The garden's all overgrown and a rusted tricycle is in the window. But he always has something to say. Wraps his hard nails on his cane. He says, "Last minute Charlie's chasing the sun. They will never get anything done." He's just an old man in a chair. He's just an old man in a chair. Oh, I'm in a pipe dream. Oh, I'm in a pipe dream. Oh, I'm in a pipe dream. Oh, one more time, I'm in a pipe dream. Oh. Just milking the sound out of that one, man.
That was such a pretty tune. Such a wonderful metaphors in there. The sheet, like the sheet on the line, that just hits you right between the eyes, that one.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sorry about that, Keith. I didn't mean to hit you so.
Well, look at that. I got gray hair and you don't. So I'm well deserving to be hit between the eyes on that one. And there's something really interesting that you may or may not know is that we're picking up some ambient sound from the road. And it's really adding, it's very interesting. It's almost, it's like somebody else noticed it as well. But it's like, oh yeah, Iron said it sounds like a breeze in cars. It almost sounds like you're at a water, near water. So it's quite interesting. It's beautiful sound you got going on there, Cort.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you. Well, I do have to thank you for the sound because this mic here, because we live so close, Keith was kind enough, after about 8 hours of me trying to figure out sound, and I just figured out my computer couldn't handle the bandwidth of what I was trying to do with the my system. So he's like, well, I just have one mic. How about I bring it to you? Yes.
Well, it's a communal mic. I cleaned it off before I gave it to you, and I'll put it in quarantine for a couple of weeks before I use it myself. But that's what a beautiful, pretty song. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you. So, and as with the tradition with Iron and Cohen, I am going to sing a cover song for this last for my last song here. So
Another Nilsson tune, some more Harry Nilsson.
This is it. Well, close. It's close to the area. This is on, instead of like sort of New York style, I'm going over West Coast here, Laurel Canyon kind of era.
Oh.
And he's a great songwriter. He's still alive and touring. And this is
Chris. Is it Chris?
Jackson Brown.
Oh. And talking about Laurel Canyon, there's an astoundingly good doc about Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Jacob Dylan.
It's everybody who was anybody, from the Byrds to everybody else, was in Laurel Canyon. It's like the crucible of folk music, or whatever that was. The Byrds were in the 60s and and
Crosby,
early 70s.
Stills, Nash and Young and Joni Mitchell and oh man.
Yeah.
She's
what
crazy.
A time.
What a time. And we're just creating that right now. Well, this song's called Running on Empty, and we may all be feeling that right now, after the last year, so. Looking out at the road rushing under my wheels. Look around those fields go by like all those summer years. Wait a second, I gotta start again. I got those lyrics wrong and I just feel I owe it to this song. Here we go. 2, 3. Looking out at the road rushing under my wheels. Look around at the fields go by like all those years. Gotta run again. Could somebody type in the lyrics for me there? I can't believe I'm forgetting these lyrics. I apologize to everybody here.
We just want to hear your voice, man. We don't care what you say.
Oh, man. Oh, I feel so silly right now.
Do not.
Yeah. Looking out on the road rushing. I'll just go for it. Looking out at the road rushing under my wheels. Look at all those fields go by like all those years. I was running up 101. Looking at we'll do that, the whole song. Running on empty. Running on, running wild, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. Gotta do what you can just to keep your love alive. Trying not to confuse it with what you do to survive. I look around for the friends that I used to turn to pull me through. Looking into their eyes, I see they're running too. Running on empty, running on, running wild, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. Everywhere I go, everyone I know, people need some reason to believe. Well, I don't know about anyone but me. If it takes all night, that'll be alright. If I could get you to smile before I leave. Looking out at the road rushing under my wheels. I don't know how to tell you just how crazy this life feels. Look around for the friends that I used to turn to pull me through. Looking into their eyes, I see they're running too. Running on empty, running on, running wild, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. kind. I love to stick around, but I'm running behind. I'm a running wire, running into the sun, but I'm running behind. I'm sure everybody could hum at home. They could hum along with me. Let me hear you now. Everybody could use a little humming every once in a while. Yeah, I saw the KD. I saw your lighter going there.
Cort.
Thank you.